Fishing the Wild West TV with Wes David is brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destination International. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destination International in Thompson's Resort. Big Chief Meat Snacks. Big taste, big adventure. Along with Cam Clark Ford, the official vehicle of Fishing the Wild West TV.
Fishing the Wild West. She's getting a little western on the deck. On this week's episode, we're fishing Last Mountain Lake in southern Saskatchewan with G&S Marina. Rob Schultz. We're here in the spring. We had incredible fishing, dealt with some wind issues, but we're back here because we're right in beginning of the fall turnover.
That's right, yep.
We're gonna fish walleye, northern pike, and maybe get into some carp. Special guest, which we invited along, is Daryl Domestikoff from Tourism Saskatchewan. Daryl, this is one of your busiest times of the year, is hunting, fishing. The importance of outfitters and guides has never been come front and center so much. Right. You do a lot of work with all of them.
Absolutely. Anything that we can do to support our hunting and fishing outfitters and the small businesses that support them is very important to the people of Saskatchewan.
On this week's episode, we're going to show you some multi-species here on Last Mountain Lake and talk about guides and outfitters and how important they are, small businesses to Saskatchewan. There he is. We're into him now, Daryl.
I see that.
Rob's putting us on him. Rob's not supposed to be guiding.
Rob's supposed to be
you guys
fishing.
Are coming down. I'm going to take a day off and go fishing. We haven't given him a rod yet. A little better.
There's a little chubber again, eh? Oh, they're in nice shape. Beautiful shape fish.
Look, they're thick. Mad too. He is cranky. So we're just bottom bouncing, just simple. We're using the smiley faces, simple slow death hook and night crawler, and moving really slow, working our way from 10 feet of water out to 20 and picking them. There's no real one spot just yet.
They're a little scattered yet. Yeah, they haven't figured out where they want to be for the day, but they're chasing bait fish up on top here. Yeah.
Early morning. It's going to get really hot today, so picking off the walleye first. He feels a little better too. Up shallow feeding in the morning, you think, Rob? Yeah, and hitting it soft. He's not done. That's a little better fish for sure.
Nice one, Wes.
Yeah. Excellent. Great net job, Daryl. Hook
Thanks.
came out perfect. I'm going to untangle before we tangle it worse. So we'll get him back in. We're going for more of those. And even bigger. There's some real monsters in here at Last Mountain Lake of all species. There he is. That's a bigger fish.
Nice.
And I sweeped and pulled it away from him and dropped it back to him. That's when he took it.
He said, nope, I'm going to eat that worm.
He feels like a bigger fish. Just like pulling weight. He's just trying to put his belly back on the bottom.
They like to go straight down. One thing about fishing the shallow water, you get to see them pretty quick.
And the fight's instant right to the boat. Is it? You saw him?
Yeah. Nice.
Excellent.
Nice walleye.
Oh, yeah. Beauty.
Get my bouncer in. Outstanding.
Look out of them here. Show that baby. Ooh, look at that.
Look at it all mad.
Very nice.
Rob, G&S Marina, Daryl Domestikoff, Tourism Saskatchewan. Here we are on Last Mountain Lake, big, big walleye. Stay tuned after these messages. Daryl will still be untangling it.
After these many messages.
Many messages. We'll be back next season.
That's awesome.
This segment has been brought to you by Rock Guard, protect your investment, and Power Pole, total boat control. Closed captioning is brought to you by Buzz Bomb Tackle, iconic sonic fishing lures, made in North America for over 50 years.
Oh, and push you out.
Yeah, little shove.
All right.
Trying to keep the slot size down a little bit on this side of the boat.
Well, we're still going after the fish fry.
That's right, very true. But
So
healthy fish, I catch healthy fish.
So while they're landing the fish, we're still going because the chance of a double header is constant.
Thanks, Rob.
And again, Rob's not supposed to be guiding. You're not really guiding. You're in my boat, driving my boat. I'm fishing.
I'm playing hooky, I'm not working.
Yeah, you're just being a buddy.
Yeah, burning your fuel.
Hey, there's not a better place to be.
I couldn't agree. Beautiful morning. I want to take my coat off, but I don't want to take my rod out of the water to do it. So next fish, I'm going to take off my gill jacket. This is our third pike stop. We've just worked our way down. It's only second cast in here. That's a great pike. He's wrapped up. Yeah, and he's wrapped past your leader. Awesome. This grab here. This one. That is a thick fish.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Got a big old Cisco in his tummy. Oh, look at that.
He's just about as wide as
Oh, he's a tank.
those carp.
Maybe, eh?
Nice fish.
Holy moly. Look at
Wow.
that. Is a fantastic fish.
Starting to push that 40-inch mark.
Yeah, we'll I just want to get a picture with you, and then we'll get him back in the water. Well, we'll get him back in the water, Rob, and where there's one, you tell us there's more. Daryl, we just won't let Rob fish anymore. If we keep Rob from putting his hook in the water, Daryl and I'll catch more fish.
Well, or so we think.
Put me in the penalty box.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Someone, I'll get the net and everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm casting away.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one we actually want.
Well, that's why I caught that one, Rob. That's the one you wanted. You said, I want that one.
Yeah,
See?
Thanks for doing everything. I'll just keep fishing.
Rob, off camera, Rob has been claiming, and I know it's done, this is nice cold water. He's gonna cook us pike, deboning pike fillets, right beside walleye fillets, and he's telling us we won't be able to tell the difference.
Wild Cookhouse is brought to you by Wild West Seasonings, home of award-winning seasonings, marinades, brines, and batters.
So as you've seen today, on today's show, we caught a few walleye. We caught a pike that you promised you'd cook side by side with the walleye, and we wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So we got Rob up here, gourmet chef Rob. Daryl's keeping the ladies entertained. And Rob is gonna show us a pike, walleye, a standard. This happens at your cabins with your guests.
We do this with our guests quite often, yeah. It's a nominal fee to do a fish fry, but it's probably the best money you'll ever spend.
I agree, and we're gonna sample that. So these have been battered in Wild West seasonings. The pike's in there somewhere, the walleye. I've seen a piece of pike go in now.
Yeah. The people that don't know the difference in the look of the pieces
Right.
will never tell the difference.
So you got your oil hot and you're gonna cook them roughly how long?
2 minutes, maybe, a minute aside at the most.
So you're flipping, you are flipping
Yeah,
them?
I will flip them, yep, because they are, you know, good size. Our fish are so fat; they're very thick, so it
We
takes a
saw
little
that
longer to
today.
cook.
We saw that today.
Yeah. To be able to tell that fish is done properly, you push your fork into it. If there's a resistance, then it's not cooked through. But as soon as there's no resistance, just like that, just goes right through. That piece of fish is done. Cooked right through.
Perfect.
Okay, that one's resisting. It's not quite ready. These thicker pieces take a little bit longer. These thinner pieces are done very quickly.
So, and that's been roughly a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's just that's a quick, simple little tip from a guy that cooks a lot of fish. 2 hours ago, this pike and walleye were swimming in Last Mountain Lake right behind us. If you want the freshest fish, book your trip with G&S Marina, Last Mountain Lake.
This segment has been brought to you by Hooked Magazine, hooked on fishing in the great outdoors, and Lucky Bug Lures. Get hooked on Lucky Bug Lures. Welcome back to Fishing the Wild West TV.
You think he's a motorboat? As you can see, the wind has really come up. We come off the water just for safety. And Rob said, let's set up for some carp. So he's got it all rigged up here. It's one of the guiding experiences that he does. And this is the first rod in. He hasn't even set up the other ones. And there's a carp on. I'm pretty excited for this. This is one of those things, you get blown off the water, fishing's not over. You can go do something else here with Rob. All right. Now I've bow fished these carp this spring in Fort Qu'Appelle, but this is the first one I've ever got rod and reel. Let's show them to you. And Rob tells us they get way bigger than that. That is a beauty. That was fast too, yeah. I'm gonna get a quick picture with him. We're gonna put him back in the water. Gone, just like he's gone. That was the first rod in. Like I said, Rob's still setting up rods. So we're gonna rebait, try again. So all this stuff, all the gear, the rods, everything here, Rob provides it. So you can actually, book a guided trip with you to fish carp, walleye, pike, certain times of the year, perch. And just incredible, and it's all set up. So you just have to show up and book a guide and have non-stop fishing.
Yep. All kinds of fish.
So that just rests on the bottom, and they come along and vacuum it up.
Yep, suck it up. Yep.
And these are electronic, so because it's so windy, you might not always see the bite, but this starts squealing.
Starts squealing, so you know it's running with the bait.
Then set the hook. On this trip here, it's Daryl and I's both our first time to catch carp, rod and reel. Now I've bow fished them in the Qu'Appelle Valleys in Saskatchewan, but I've never rod and reel fished them. Rob's moving the other lines, and Daryl's in for a fight. Daryl, you're so close to your first carp. Like, you should see how close you are. You've got your first carp, rod and reel.
I tell you.
They're incredible. Get in here, Daryl.
Pictures of that baby. First.
Look at that.
First carp.
Daryl,
Last mountain carp.
Last Mountain Carp with Rob. We were talking off camera. We think Rob might, I don't know of anyone else that targets the carp rod and reel style. Like, this is an incredible opportunity. Last Mountain Lake, Daryl and I's first ever carp.
Cool. Trophy walleye, pike, and carp fishery. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate
This
it.
is not a walleye, Daryl.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
So we just come off the water. We fought some tough wind here. We're fishing 4 reservoirs in 4 days. But because we fought the wind today, I've used my electronics and I won't have time to charge them. A lot of times you don't have time to charge them on the road, at hotels. You might not be able to get close enough to a plug-in, but the Cam Clark Ford F-150 helps me that with the gen set in the back. Simply plug it into my boat, plug it into the generator here. Now my charge system will be charged. Close it up. Now I can turn it on from inside the truck and head down the highway, and my boat is going to be charged the entire time I'm driving. When this truck's running, my boat's charging. When I get to the next reservoir, my boat's good to go.
This segment has been brought to you by AQ Outdoors, striving to be Canada's leading paddle sports resource, and Jackson Adventures. We are Jackson Kayak. This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs, tackle you can trust, and Tourism Saskatchewan. Start planning your visit today.
I think you got that set okay, Rob, anyway.
Net's right at your feet,
Yeah.
Daryl.
Just coming around you here.
All right. Pike or walleye, Rob?
The way he hits the pike. Yep, yep. Nice pike. There we go.
That's one way to get the hook out, eh?
Daryl, the hook
That's
popped
how
out.
you just have to finesse it that way.
That's a nice pike. Yeah, they are really thick across the back. Like, they're healthy.
Nice.
Get him back in.
Excellent. It's a 4.5 inch big bite bait, soft plastics on a 1/2 ounce Big Sky jig, casting up to those rocks and swimming it back. Swim bait, big bite swim bait, and swimming it back. Nice pike. I'm just gonna come over here. I'm losing sight of him. That was a big, long cast out there, and he took it right away. Excellent.
Nice one, guys.
You can always tell when you get a pike, when you hit the net.
Yeah, they never stop.
Sub spitting.
The gator rule.
Yep.
There that is. There's the bait hanging out of him.
Nice, right in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't get in the way.
Beautiful pike. And there's no end to them. Lots of them. And the potential of some 40+ inch pike.
You netting?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Ron.
Nice walleye.
Oh, really nice one.
Nice,
Perfect.
boys.
God, eh?
That is a great walleye.
Little bonus. Chasing pike, catching walleye.
And shallow.
Yep.
We're just floating through 7 feet of water right now.
Beauty.
Casting into probably 3.
Big bite bait, soft plastics, Big Sky jigs, and a great looking walleye. Where'd it go, Rob? That's Rob's walleye, but I'm gonna hold it up, okay?
Yep.
Look at the camera, that's yours. Outstanding. Getting back in the water.
Nice fish.
Perfect. Here she comes. Yeah. Geez, they're all great fish. I don't know, Rob, if you've got a great fishery here or not. Holy cow, we've been catching fish all day consistently.
Nice pike, Rob.
Right back to the bottom. We're fishing 8 feet of water. Weed beds, typical like standard pike area. So that's a wrap for this week's episode of Fish in the Wild West TV. We had Daryl from Tourism Saskatchewan. Daryl, if someone wanted to book a hunting or fishing trip, where would they find more information?
Visit huntfishsask.ca and that will get them the information that's required.
Excellent. And Rob and Donna and your family from G&S Marina here on Last Mountain Lake, thank you for having us. Again, if the people want to come and experience what we just showed them, how do they get a hold of you?
Now, you can check us out on our website. You can contact us by email or by phone.
I'm your host, Wes David. If you like what you've seen, follow us through social media or the pages of Hooked Magazine. That's another episode of Fish in the Wild West TV. Because he's at the front of the boat, he's getting first cast, Daryl. We're gonna do a loop-de-loop. He's out.
You sit down and think about this.
I've guided all summer. Let me cast first. I know where they are. That's what happens when you don't share. Hey, Daryl and I, if you got us fishing on the hallway, you keep turning the boat, so we're fishing out in 80 feet of water. That's true.
Follow us on social media or at fishingthewildwesttv.com.